All right, so it's just about time for Tai Chi. Welcome to York County's YMCA group exercise live online on YouTube. Please be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification so you're notified the next time we do anything online. My name is Justin. I'm from the Southern Branch YMCA. I'm a group exercise instructor, and I do yoga and Tai Chi. This exercise class is going to be low to moderate intensity, plenty of opportunities to modify. Tai Chi is really a moving meditation. So I want you to take it slow, stay relaxed, stay calm. You need no equipment for this class, just your body, comfortable clothing. Comfortable shoes or barefoot is totally fine. The only thing I would ask you to have nearby is a water bottle in case you need to take a water break. So with that, we'll begin. Starting with the feet closer together, we're going to take one step to the side. I'm going to step to the right, shifting the weight, setting the foot down so that you don't really need it, and then balance the weight over both feet. This will bring you to a stance that's about hip to shoulder width apart. Let the knees relax, shoulders and arms relax, and take a deep breath. So my goal is to talk about one Tai Chi principle per video. Today we're just going to start with deep breathing, full complete inhale, and exhale. And our Tai Chi principle today is my 5 rules of Tai Chi. We'll go over them one at a time and keep going over them as we go through different classes and programs. This class is going to really be a follow-along type program. No memorization, just repeating simpler flows into more complicated flows as we go. So from our basic stance, take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. So we're going to start by warming up the lower body. To do that, we need to bring the hands, palms flat like they're resting on a table. Stay with me. Shifting to the right and left. Shift the weight to the right leg, and then over to the left leg. The hands stay flat on a table. Or if you think about those Japanese Zen gardens, just like you're smoothing out sand. Slowly shifting left and right. So I want you to stay facing the monitor, facing your screen. I'm going to turn slightly for a better angle. So in Tai Chi, knees slightly relaxed. Weight shifting side to side. You're going to make sure that the knee does not go past the toes. Body upright. And slowly flowing with the breath. So those are our first 2 rules of Tai Chi. Breathe. And go slow. Shifting the weight side to side. Switching position slightly. I want you to step forward with your right foot. I'm doing it slightly angled for better perspective. And we'll bring the hands up, palms facing away. Here we're going to push out and come back. Push out and come back. So here I want you to think about a wave rolling out on the beach. Rolling out, splashing out as foam, and retreating back into the water. Nice and slow, we breathe out and in. Again, knees should not go past the toes. Trunk staying upright, not leaning. So you're balancing a teacup on top of your head. So you'll notice these stances are a little shorter than a yoga pose would be. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, just keep it relaxed. That'll be our 3rd rule of Tai Chi. We breathe, go slow, and relaxing. All the movements to flow with the breath, arms to be loose. So let's do 2 more pushes to this direction, and then we'll switch. So as you come back, stepping in with the right foot, and out with the left foot. And again, start with a push toward the front and back. Push, and then slide. So you're just feeling, experiencing the weight shift, being mindful of your breath, of moving slowly and feeling relaxed. And if you join this class later at any point, just jump right in, follow along. You can always pick up the flow. So give me 2 more, push and slide, push and slide. Stepping in with the left foot and squaring off the feet. Doing simple circles now, looping toward the ceiling, up and gently pull down. So this gets us to our 4th rule of Tai Chi, and this is play with it. This is your movement, your practice. It can be a real big circle, or it can be a simple, soft, very relaxed circle. Just make it flow, try to be comfortable with it. Again, stay facing towards your screen. I'm going to turn slightly, but you can stay facing straight ahead. The knee bend in Tai Chi here, the trunk stays mostly vertical. Knees should not really go past the toes. And if you notice, my hands really don't go too far to the side. They stay fairly in front of the body with that nice vertical spine. What we're really doing here is trying to tuck the tailbone under as we come down. And again, we'll talk about that more later in other classes. So give me 2 more circles here, lift, and softly pull down. Again, lift. And let's reverse that movement, still warming up the shoulders. Come up and out. And this brings us to our last rule of Tai Chi, number 5, which is pay attention. Really need to pay attention to how your body feels, how the movement feels. It doesn't have to look a certain way. You just want it to feel relaxed, to feel your breath, to feel in control of every part of that movement, every part of that weight shift. I give you 2 more. Starting with our first complicated pattern, another warm-up for the shoulders, wrists, and arms. Starting out with the hands forming a pyramid in front of your sternum. We're going to push down and out like you're smoothing a tablecloth. Rotate the hands and knuckles towards each other. Come up to the center line. About shoulder height, we're going to push out. At the end of this push, circle up and around. So we start with a pyramid, let the hands come up, palms face, and then smooth the tablecloth. Knuckles together. We're keeping the hands close to the body as you roll up and push. And at the end of the push, circle the hands. So 4 steps. Pyramid to smooth. Knuckles to push. Circle around. Make a pyramid first. Palms face. Hands push away. Knuckles together. Roll up, push out, and circle around. We're going to do 3 more. up, and push away, knuckles together, roll up and push out, and circle around. That's 3, 2. We go pyramid, and smooth. Knuckles together, roll up, push away, circle around. One more time. Pyramid, smooth, knuckles, push, and circle away. All the way around. So let's shake it out. You should be just about warmed up by now. We're going to do one more warm-up specifically for the hips. I like to do this in a lot of my classes. We're going to take a little bit of a wider stance. I'm going to swing the arms around the waist. So your knees relax. Swing and shift your weight from side to side. The arms are loose. The fist just hanging from the end of the shoulder. You're not really moving your arms as much as letting them swing. Shifting the weight. And you can do this shifting towards the leg that your arms are going toward. So I'm going right and left as my arms are going right and left, or you can shift away. And I'm shifting right as my arms are going left and vice versa. Whichever one you do, just make sure your knees stay lined up over the toes. This is a good way to make sure the body is loose. Because you want to be loose. Loose and relaxed, letting the joints be open. All right. So what I like to do is start with simpler flows and move towards more complicated movements and patterns. So we're going to start with some simple patterns and gradually build to more complicated patterns over time. So if it seems really easy, it's supposed to be at first. Again, I'm going to angle myself a little bit just so we can get some detail in the first 2 movements. I want you to stay facing toward your screen. So starting in a comfortable Tai Chi stance, hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to start with a movement called commencement form, or I like to call paintbrush arms. So we're going to start by moving the hands up in front and then down. You want to think about your hands as the bristles on a paintbrush, painting on a piece of canvas in front of you. And as you draw the brush up, the bristles point down. And as you draw the brush down, the bristles point up. And there is a slight lifting and lowering here. Stay with the breath, stay slow. If you want more of a challenge with that movement, you can take what's called a horse riding stance. So instead of this hip width apart, you're going to spread the legs wider than shoulder width and squat down like you're riding a horse. Same rules apply though. You want vertical torso. Knees should not go past the toes, even in that deeper squat movement. So take wherever you're comfortable. And let's flow this for a couple of breaths. Up and down. It's all about feeling the movement, no starts and no stops, and making it smooth and graceful and pretty. So give me 2 more. Inhale up, exhale down. The next movement starts the same way. The hands come up, and then somewhere about shoulder height, they turn out. Come back in toward the center, and then rotate down toward the belly button. So keeping that paintbrush metaphor, comes up and out, in and down. As you draw the brush up, the bristles point down. As you draw the brush down, the bristles point up. as you take the brush to the sides, the bristles point in, and as you reverse that movement, they point out. So you can think of your arms as a paintbrush or as an octopus tentacle, whatever helps you feel smooth and relaxed. And again, give me 2 more repetitions of this movement, slow and easy, following your breath. One last time, up and out, in and down. Our next movement is called playing with rainbows. We dip our paintbrush in the water. They come up and out to the left. Left arm out, right arm over. And then we're going to fan the other way. Right arm out, left arm over. As you reach out with the left arm, you're shifting your weight right. And as you reach your arm out to the right, your weight shifts to the left. You might not be able to see very well, but as my right arm comes over, my fingertips just point toward the top of my head, and that right arm doesn't drop. It stays stretched out toward the horizon. So left arm stretched out toward the horizon, right hand, fingertips toward the top of the head. Make sure your shoulders and neck are still comfortable during this movement. And we're going to 1 more to each side, right and then left. As you come up, let the arms form a T and then drop both arms. So this movement we've done before, except we're going to cross the wrists, come up and out. So extra credit here, as you do this movement, switch wrists. So I go right arm in front and left arm in front. So we do 2 things here. We're paying attention, it's one of our rules, to that wrist, and then we're following the breath. Let's inhale up. And exhale out. Let's go 2 more. One more time. Inhale up and exhale out. Let's take a brief rest here. Shake the body out, because we're going to do our first complicated flow of the day. And there's a couple of different ways I want to approach this. The first is being more step by step, kind of piece by piece, like we do with one of our warm-up exercises, piece by piece, building a flow. The second piece to this movement, we're going to do sloppy and fast, so that you kind of get the feel of it kinetically, what it feels like in the body. And then at the end, we're going to put those 2 together. So bear with me, just stay relaxed, stay calm, keep breathing, and try to play with it and make it your own. So we're starting by bringing the right hand up in front and the left hand back. The left hand comes into your ear and pushes out. Right hand comes up in towards your ear and pushes out. So we're bringing that left arm back towards your cheek and then push. And as you push, the right hand comes down to your right hip. So we lift both arms. Right hand comes into the right cheek and pushes, and left hand comes down to the left hip. So we reach both arms, Bend both elbows, left over right. Lift both palms, bend both elbows, right over left. So again, a little bit slower. Lift both palms, bend both elbows, left over right, right hand to hip. Lift both palms, bend both elbows, right over left. Again, slow. Lift both palms, bend both elbows, left over right. Lift both palms, bend both elbows, right over left. So you kind of see there is a little bit of a twisting to this movement. If I do it at an angle, I'm turning from the waist, come back, and push out with my left arm. So I rotate back and push across. There's this turning that happens at my waist. Try to keep the knee lined up with the toe, but still rotating back. If I do it completely from the side, rotating back, push. From the front, what you want to notice is that my arm never really goes past the shoulder. I'm not extending back. I'm rotating, turning. So I start here. I'm turning the shoulder and the hip. This didn't move. So it's just this drop. The rotation causes. So I don't want you to crane your arm back. Just kind of keep it lined up. At least no more than, certainly no more than perpendicular to the shoulder. Trying to rotate. So the second piece to this, we're going to do it sloppy. I want you to think we're going to start with a swimming overhand stroke. So we're swimming, and that gets us this rotation and this alternating pattern of the hands. Right, left, right, palm forward, coming down, swimming, rotating, turning. So we can be a little bit fast here. I still want you to go rhythmically and slow. And this probably is not a very good mime of a swim, but it still gets us that movement, swim through the air. So now what we're going to do is as the hand comes down, whichever hand is descending, you just turn palm up, and then over. So as the hand comes down, it's palm up. As the hand comes up, it's palm down. Swimming, fingertips forward, and then as the hand comes down, it's palm up. So this gets us that nice rotation. We have this idea of hand over hand. Now the truth is somewhere in the middle. So I do this one more time and try to get it to flow. And the more you do it, the easier it'll get. So we're going to start. The left hand back. So we're going to left hand back. Left over right. Right hand falls. Lift both arms. Bend both elbows. Right over left. Lift both arms. Bend both elbows. Left over right. Lift and push. Lift and push. As the right arm comes over, the left arm drops. As the left arm comes over, the right arm drops. Right over left. Left over right. One more time, both sides. Right over left. Left over right. Moving on. Bring both arms back up. Take the hands. Sweep toward the stars and pull down. So back to slow, back to breathing, back to simple. For 5. 4. 3. 2. One last time, nice and slow. Breathing. relaxed. So the next move we get to play around with a little bit. We're taking that right hand and reaching across toward the left, shifting the weight again. I'm taking my left hand across toward the right. As I reach my right arm across, I'm pointing the right toe. So turning maybe a little bit farther. Trying to get a long line from the left toe through the left fingertips. Reaching and turning. So I'm going to also carry the glass ball. You're cupping your hand gently as if you're holding a glass ball in your palm and lifting it toward the side. Right arm reaches across. But as the right arm reaches across, the left arm is still holding its ball. So you're going to try to tuck back behind you, holding the ball. Adding a little bit of extra rotation through the trunk. So we're holding the ball in both hands, reaching across. Getting a nice twist through the body. You really don't want to ever completely stop. It's a gentle extension on both sides, and then the sink. Gentle extension on both sides, and sink. And we're going to do one more on both sides. Right arm across toward the left. And left arm across toward the right. And then bring both balls to the center and make one big beach ball. And we're going to carry the ball or carry the moon left and right. So we're going to carry the moon toward the left hand on top, right arm underneath. Right arm lifts the left arm. And then sweep across. Right arm on top, left arm underneath. So if you're holding a beach ball between your hands and keeping both hands stationary on the beach ball. So, left over right, and then right over left, shifting the weight. So again, options here for difficulty. If you're doing that horse riding stance, a wider, deeper stance, you're going to have to be pointing that toe more so that you're not torquing the knee. Really the turn into the hip. And maybe the toes angled outward just a little bit. Another note on this one is that in place you can see you want to sink the shoulder and the elbow. So we don't want to be up here because then the arm starts to rotate out and be able to keep that relatively relaxed out from the shoulder. But again, the ball can be as big as you want. You can use a big circus ball and you can carry it through a deeper squat. But you want to keep everything relaxed too. So I like to encourage the smaller, simpler movements to begin with. And we're going to look at that here in a second as we go to, again, some more complicated patterns. So we're going to go one more time to the left and then to the right. So carry the moon left over right. And then right over left. Our next pattern is called brush, knee, and push. I'm going to turn my left hand down, right hand out. We're going to brush the left hand across the knees and the right hand pushes after. Switch. Left hand up, right hand down, brush and push. Brush, left, push right, brush, right, push left. We will come back to this pattern later. Again, we're brushing across with the left hand and then pushing with the right, and then switch, brushing across with the right hand and pushing with the left. So brush and push. toward the left, and then toward the right. We do one more time, both sides. Brush left, push right, and then brush right, push left. Stop here. Right hand stays where it is, the left hand turns towards you. Right hand in front of right hip, left hand in front of right shoulder. Turn left, and then go left hand down, right hand up. Left hand by left hip, right hand in front of left shoulder. So we turn and switch. It's called waving hands like clouds. Turn and switch. So the way I like to think about it is the right hand is a cloud floating across the sky, and the left hand is the shadow of that cloud. So they move at the same rate. One cloud falls as rain, and a new cloud forms and floats across the sky. One cloud falls as rain, and a new cloud forms and floats across the sky. Shoulders and elbows relax. Switch and turn. Switch and turn. One more time. Right hand down, left hand up, and turn to the left. Bring both hands up, out, and down. So now shake it out. We're going to take a little break to stretch, and then look at some more extended patterns using some of the movements we've already done. So I did mention for carry the ball that could be done in that horse riding stance. I want to look at some more of the Tai Chi lunge, and we'll go from there. So starting with simpler patterns at first, and then adding some more of the complicated arm movements that we've already done into those patterns. So if you need to take a quick water break, we're going to stretch and then come back to it. So the first stretch that we're going to do, I like to call the Tai Chi hamstring stretch. Keeping your left foot straight ahead or turned in a little bit. We're going to pivot on the ball of your right foot. Now if you can't see, my heel is lifted and I'm pointing the toe. That toe continues to point into the ground. I'm taking both hands on either side of the leg, reaching toward the ankle. My weight sits back toward the left hip. Reach, pointing the toe, lift, and come up. So sweep, lift, and rotate back. Pointing the toe, keeping the heel off the ground. So let's go 4 times. Sweep, and lift. Sweep, and lift. Sweep, lift. One more time. Sweep. Coming back to square. I'm going to keep my right toe straight ahead or turned in a little and pivot on the ball on my left foot, keeping the toe pointed. Toe continues to point so that as my hands come down, I'm sitting back toward the right hip. It's not a squat. You're not putting the weight in the knee, sitting the hip back. So from here, sweep down and lift. A big arc, down and lift. Let's go 2 more. Sweep, lift, and last one. Sweep and lift. Turning back toward your screen. So I want you to face the screen. I'm going to angle myself a little bit. Because one of the hardest things about standing up for, half an hour straight so far, is just standing, and that can be tough on the lower back and the knees. So starting to stretch the back a little bit. So you face your screen. I'm going to angle myself slightly, and we'll see if we can do this together. Starting out by letting the hands float up to about shoulder height. loose. We're just going to hang forward. Knees relax, hang from the hips. Head hangs toward the center of the earth. Arms release. You can shake your arms. Give me a breath here. Big inhale and exhale. Next part's a little tricky. I'm going to look toward the horizon. I'm not using my arms. I'm just lifting my trunk and lower down. Bend the knees, drop the hips, tuck the hips under, roll up, and head and shoulders come up last. Give me a breath here. So we lift, body's loose, swing forward, hang forward, release forward. Make sure you're loose, top of the head's relaxed. You shake the arms and the head, shake the hips. You want to be loose here, be released. Halfway lift, lower down, bend the knees, drop the hips, and roll up. Give me a breath. So it's lift and down. Halfway lift and down. Drop the hips, tuck under, and roll up and breathe. Last one. Up and down. Up and down. And down and up. Nice and slow. Everything slow and relaxed. All right, so come back facing your screen. I'm going to do one that we've already done, shifting the weight forward and back. So again, we're going to play with this step and this shift a little bit, because I want to come back to why the Tai Chi stance is smaller than the yoga stance. Because in yoga, we're used to doing, warrior two, and that's a good movement. But if we do that with our wave movement, it's not easy to come back smoothly. You have to lean. We're using a lot of other muscles. So the one thing that we're trying to do, and we can play with this, is take a step like we did at the beginning, where you don't need the leg. I can come forward, shift my weight to my right leg, and not need the left leg. I can shift my weight back and not need the right. So I'm always essentially in a single leg stance. And I want you to play with it because it's natural to go farther than you can control at first, but the more you can tighten it up to keep it at that predominant single leg stance, the stronger you'll get in the long run. So I'm going to start facing forward and show you the step and then adjust my position slightly. Shifting the weight. I'm going to step out at an angle. And this way I can shift forward, back and forth, comfortably staying upright. If I adjust myself slightly so we can see better, hands, palms up, I'm pushing out, wave on the beach and sliding back. But we've done this one already. So we're going to keep that same position. Right foot in front, left foot back. I can shift diagonally, stay upright, and do it comfortably. And we're going to do our brush knee push. So starting with left hand up, right hand by the elbow. We brush over the knee and push after. And then reset. Left arm drops and comes up, right arm comes over. So we brush, push, reset. Where did we start? Left arm up, right arm down. Brush, push. And you can just drop the arms and come back, that's fine. Or you can make it up and make it fancy. It doesn't have to be anything. We just shift forward, brush and push, shift back and reset. Shift forward, brush and push, shift back and reset. Brush right, push left. Reset. Brush, push. Reset. So we have that stationary. Let's add a step. So starting feet close, left hand up, right hand down. We're going to step, brush, push, reset, step back. So again, you can make that more of a single leg stance. Brush, push, and reset. Or whatever you need. It's the same pattern. Step, brush, and push, and back. Step, brush, and push, and back. Let's do two more and switch sides. Step, brush, and push, and back. Step, brush, and push, and back. Switching sides. Stepping out with your right leg. So stationary first, build the pattern, and then add the step. So we start stationary, just a wave on the beach. Pushing out and sliding back. Turning into your posture, see if you're still relaxed. If you're still playing with it. If you're still breathing. Sometimes when we get to the more complicated patterns, it's easy to forget to breathe. Nice to come back to a nice easy flow. Okay, keeping this position, right hand up, left hand down, brush left, push right, brush left, push right, reset. Bring the right arm up, left arm in, brush left, push right, reset, brush, push. Again, you just drop the arms and come back to where we were. Right arm up, left arm down, brush, push. We just want to try to make it flow. So whatever you need to do to make it flow, doesn't matter. More complicated, less complicated, it's your flow. We just want to keep moving, keep breathing, keep paying attention, and keep being relaxed. So adding our step, and again remembering that we're trying to step so that when you have your weight forward, you don't really need the back leg, and when you have your weight backwards, you don't need the front leg. So as much as you can, try to do a full single leg stance, no matter your starting position. So again, starting facing the screen. If I'm facing totally perpendicular to the screen, I'm still at an angle. I'm on railroad tracks, so I can shift comfortably and keep my body vertical. I'm going to angle myself slightly so you can see the movement a little bit more clearly. Right hand up, left hand by the elbow. Oh, sorry. We start here. Brush left, step left, push right. Circle back, bring that left foot in. Right hand up, left hand down, left foot in. Step, brush, push, step. Sort of two phases. Doesn't all happen at once. Don't want to just drop the weight forward. We're going to control it. Step and brush, then shift as you push. Coming back, shifting 100% back. Step, brush, push, step. Coming back. For three more. Step, brush, push, step, and back. Step, brush, Push and shift the weight toward the left leg. Shift the weight back and step in. And 2. One more time. Stepping back. Step, brush, push, shift. Coming around, stepping in, squaring the weight off. I gotta shake everything out. It's always good to stay loose. And it's always good to have fun because being too serious about it makes the movement rigid. And that's all Tai Chi. We want to flow, be graceful, and find strength and grace. So, starting to close down, slow down a little bit. Doing some more stretches. So starting with a neck stretch, and then working our way down. Just active range of motion stretches. Start by hanging the hands forward, come up to about shoulder height. Turn the hands in and pull in toward the chin, tucking the chin. Push out, lower the hands and lower the chin to your chest. Trunk stays upright. So hands come up, head comes up. Hands come in and tuck. Push and down. One more time. Hands come up, head comes up. Rotate the palms in and tuck. Push and down. Bring the hands up if you're playing a really tall piano. We're going to take the left hand up and out, looking at your left palm. Come back to the center, hand on the piano. Right hand out, look at your palm. Turn down, hand on the piano. Again, and then we're going to do a little bit further. We go head to the right, look at your right palm, and then down. Hand to the left, look at your left palm, and then down. Going a little bit further. As we look right, we're pushing the left hand down. So the hands go away from each other. Put the left hand flat on the table, look at the right palm. Bring the hands to the piano. Look at the left palm, put the right hand flat on the table. Turn the head side to side, so palms face. Look at the right hand, left hand down. Look at the left hand, right hand down. So you think of this as being 2 big letter C's. In and out. In and out. Hands down, so roll the shoulders back for just 3, 2, 1. Extra credit. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale back. Circling toward the ceiling. We're cooling down. So soft circle around and in. Bring the hands around palms face, separating earth and sky. So we're taking the left hand up, right hand down. Stretch. You're imagining stretching from your from your left ankle to your left wrist. Stretch that whole side of the body. Push right hand up, left hand down. Stretching from the right ankle to the right wrist. Left hand toward the ceiling, right hand toward the floor. Right hand toward the ceiling, left hand toward the floor. One more time each side. Left hand up, right hand down. And right hand up, left hand down. Back to carrying the ball. So we just come right from here to a ball. Right hand on top, left hand underneath. We go to the right first. Lift the ball. Swing it around. Carry that beach ball to the left and then back to the right. Bring to each side 2 more times. So the left, back to the left. And then right and left one last time. Again, you can stay straight toward the screen. I'm going to angle slightly because we're going to do heel toe, starting with the left leg, heel, toe, heel, forward, toe, back. One more time, then add the arms, heel forward, toe back. As the heel goes forward, the arms go back. Heel forward, hands back. Hands forward, toe back. So heel forward, hands back. Hands forward, toe back. Hands back, heel forward, and hands up, toe back. Switching sides, right leg, 3 times. Heel forward, toe back. For 1, heel forward, toe back for 2, and one more time, heel forward, toe back. And hands up, hands come down, heel forward, hands come up, toe back. Hands down, heel forward, hands up, toe back. And one last time, hands down, heel forward, hands up, toe back. Going back to the center square. Same thing, except for lateral movement this time. Starting with left toe, tap. Right toe, tap. So again, we want this leg not being used. We're just going to extend that toe out. And then one more time, left and right. And then adding upper body. So as you tap the left hand out, we're going to push mime against the telephone box to the right. So toe left, hands right, hand over hand. Don't go out here. We're going to mime telephone box. Here, palms face, push, and tap. So you go hands right, toe left. Hands left, toe right. And one more time, both sides. Hands right, toe left. And hands left, toe right. Cooling down the knees. Let's start with this. So we make the fist out of the hands. We're going to shift, kick, right, punch, left. Kick, right, punch, left. Kick, left, punch, right. So it's right foot, left hand. Left foot, right hand. One more time. Right foot, left hand. Left foot, right hand. Tapping the thighs, lift the leg, go tap, tap. Very gently. And then shake it out one last time. So to recap the whole class and have our cool down segment, what I want you to do is stand in a comfortable Tai Chi stance, relax your knees, relax your arms, have the arms in front of the body as if you're holding a cushion or a pillow against your lower abdomen. Take a big breath here and let it all out at once. Just inhale and let it go. And one last time, inhale and let it go. So our first rule that we had was breathe. Starting to breathe deeply and slowly and in coordination with our movements. To relax and keep our movements relaxed. So even as we start to move or even as we rest in stillness, keeping awareness of softness inside the body. Going slow. As we start to learn more complicated movements, it's easy to want to go fast, to push, to try to get it right, but it's more important to start to go slow, to slow down and try to coordinate all the different parts of the body, to pay attention to that process, to bring that awareness into our movement, and have fun with it. Because having fun breeds flow. That's where we want to be. So turning the hands palms facing each other, but don't let it touch. We're going to do an experiment, so bring those hands up in front of your chest, very close but not touching. And also not real close to the front of the body. We're out in front, about maybe 2 hands width, so not letting the hands touch. And I want you to do another 3 or 4 big deep breaths, not trying to move, but not trying to keep it still. Seeing if any movement happens naturally on its own. And maybe that's an outward, inward movement, maybe it's an upward, downward movement. We're just seeing, paying attention without judgment to what we feel happening. As your nervous system interprets energy as sensation, so if you're paying attention to what you feel, you're working with energy. That's a good place to start. Repeating an experiment, palms face the floor. Again, out in front of the body, maybe 2 fist distances, maybe about a foot, maybe more. Elbows relaxed and get space under the armpits. And we're going to do that again. Inhale and exhale 3 or 4 times, full deep breath. See if there's any movement that happens on its own. And then last but not least, turn the palms back to face each other one last time. And see if you notice any sensation. It could be, yeah, my hands are just floating in space. You could have tinglies. You could have a little bit of energy sensation going on. It's not matter what you experience, just that you're paying attention. So whatever you feel, take both hands and put them over your lower belly. Step the feet back together. And we'll end here for today. So the last thing I'm going to teach is a Tai Chi bow. We're going to take the left hand and make a C shape. And the right hand and make a C shape. Right fingers under left, right thumb under left. So it shapes like an egg. From there, with the feet together, turn the knuckles out and bow. As we come up, touch the hands to the side. So let's do that again. Left over right, form an egg. Make a bow, and touch the hands to your sides. And I like this because it stands for heaven and earth, country and family, coming together in harmony and peace. I hope you were able to have some harmony and peace today. Thank you very much. Again, this is from York County YMCA, group exercise live. If you like this video, please leave a comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can see whenever we're doing any more live classes. For more information, check the information box below. We have all kinds of stuff going on. There are links to surveys for silver sneakers. And if you go to our website, there are tons of links for group exercise to stay fit no matter what's going on. So thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you again soon. Again, this is Justin from YMCA signing off.